Welcome to Forex Daybreak, a daily podcast where we cover 8 Forex pairs and give you our view on the market direction for these pairs. If you are trading Forex market, this is the #1 show to start your trading day. Now, let's begin today's episode.
Good morning everybody and welcome to Forex Daybreak episode 33. In this daily Forex update, I will give you my view on 8 Forex pairs I analyzed using Elliott wave principle. My name is Ville Vainio and today is 22nd of September 2015. This podcast is recorded also as video and is available from the members area at ForexDayBreak.com. The analysis is best viewed as video, but you can follow along with the images found on the show notes page at ForexDayBreak.com/33. Now let's get started and let's get right onto the markets with our first pair, which is EURUSD. So the decline yesterday continued very strongly. About 150 pip move was the result. From yesterday we can see maybe first 2 waves completed and we are now perhaps on a 3rd wave down. We are closing in on the 61.8% Fibonacci expansion level, which is right around 110.87 level, which is the minute wave 1 low, and those of who are watching the video can see it right here. So this was yesterday. I talked about that this is the next larger target for this pair, and once we see a decline below that level, this is more and more certain that we are starting the minute wave 3 and have started the minute wave 3 down. The price action and the very strong decline is supporting the view that we have started the next impulsive wave down, but once we get a 5-wave structure and a decline, a close below the 110.87 level, this is still not absolutely sure that we have indeed started the next move down. And ultimately I'm expecting this to decline at least to 108.45 for this 3rd wave, and even lower than that. The 108.45 level is the 100% expansion level, which would mean that on that level 108.45, this impulsive 3rd wave would be equal in length for the 1st wave, which is here the 117 peak right here, and we can draw that 5-wave structure. So the decline, the 5-wave decline from the 117 all the way to 110.87 is the 1st wave, and now this next decline is expected to be similar in length, at least as long as the 1st wave, and I'm expecting it to be longer. So there's a lot of downside to come in EURUSD. Okay, next we move to dollar yen, and the price action in dollar yen is more or less the same as yesterday. There's a slight bullish bias in here, but we haven't still seen an impulsive structure to upside, and of course this is starting to look more and more like a triangle, which I talked about yesterday, but this is highly unlikely on wave 2 position that we would see a triangle. So if this is going to form a triangle, then there's probably some other wave count more suitable here. But once we stay above the 118.5 level, which is the minute wave 2, so once we stay above this level here, we are bullish, and I would like to see close and a move above the 121 level to confirm this bullish view. So once we stay on this narrow range, this is unsure to say if we are going to see moves to the downside or to the upside, but I'm expecting more upside, and this is mostly due to the strength in dollar in other pairs. So I'm expecting more upside, and my wave count, the preferred wave count, is supporting this view. Next is pound dollar, which also has declined not so rapidly as Euro USD. So there is slightly less pips gained here, and at this point this is a three wave structure, so hard to say if this is indeed the next wave down. The wave count is supporting the view that we should see lower figures. I have labeled this as minute wave 2. The peak of the minute wave 2, 156.575. The price now 155.25, and I would like to see a decline below the 154.75 level, and we yesterday touched that level but have now moved slightly higher. So a close below 154.75 would give more concrete signal that we have started the next impulsive wave down. But until that, and until we see a five-way structure, it is very hard to say if we are going to see more upside or if this is indeed reversed to the bearish side. Okay, next is Euro Pound, which has finally made some progress to the downside. We can see the decline has gone stronger, and we have made a push downwards. 0.7214 is the price right now. Now this truncated fifth wave scenario is looking more and more probable, and we have now seen nice, well, at this point a three wave structure, but looking impulsive at the moment. And since we have a decline and a close below this 0.724 level, this is giving a stronger signal that the decline and reversal has happened. I would like to see a decline and a close below this level, which is 0.7169. So a close below that level, and we are making a more solid statement to the bearish view. And once we see a five-way structure to the downside, then there is going to be a larger bearish wave to the downside on this pair. Next is Euro Yen, which has declined below 135, which is giving a stronger signal on the bearish view. And we have now seen a one wave division, but still a three wave structure, so not absolutely confirmed, but is supporting the view on the other pairs that there's going to be a prolonged euro weakness. So in Euro USD we have seen euro weakness, also in Euro Pound there is a starting larger bearish wave, and also here Euro Yen, also later Euro Canadian is also signaling the same trend. So euro weakness is the norm here. I would like to see a five-way structure here to be more certain, but this is looking quite promising on the downside at this point. The C wave of the last correction was quite short compared to the A wave, but this can happen of course. And you can see a 5 wave structure here if we draw it here, perhaps like so. And now a more powerful decline is a strong signal that this is a starting third wave down, and we will see a more downside on Euro Yen. Next we have Pound Yen, which has stalled on 186.8 level, price now 186.8, and the promising decline has now stalled, and hard to say if we are going to see more upside here or if this is the start of the next wave down. 188.26 is the latest high, and I would like to see a decline below 184, 195 levels. So below this line I would like to see a decline. There is plenty of pips to go towards those levels, so hard to say at this point what is going to happen here. We can see a 5 wave structure on the C wave, so this would give a signal that the reversal has happened, and maybe the recent pound strength is holding this pair back, so perhaps we will see sideways motion before the next decline to the downside. So I'm expecting more downside, but hard to say at this point. I would like to see a 5 wave structure and a move below 184.195 level to be more certain that this reversal has happened. Okay, next we have Euro Canadian dollar, which has moved slightly lower yesterday, a decline, and price now 148.3. 146.6 is the next important level I would like to see this pair to take down. We have now a 3 wave structure, so at this point not absolutely clear that the reversal and the next impulsive third wave has happened, but comparing to the other euro pairs, I would say that more downside is expected. Also the larger wave count is supporting the downside. We have seen a 5 wave structure to the downside from 155.58 to 145.96 approximately. So there's a nice 5 wave impulsive structure to the downside, and now a 3 wave move as a minute wave 2 correction, which also didn't trace a lot of the decline. We reached quite nicely to the previous 4th wave levels. So the previous 4th wave is right here. So the correction has reached that level, and this is usually the case on Elliott wave analysis, that the correction termination point is around the previous 4th wave levels. So once we see a 5 wave structure and a close below 146.6 level, then we are on a more certain path that this bearish decline has continued. And finally we have US dollar Canadian, which has continued the strong upwards move from the 130.106 level. We have seen very powerful move higher, and in my wave count this is the start of the 5th wave, minute wave 5 to the upside, which would conclude this very large bullish wave that has been in force for a long time now. a move beyond 132.79, which is the upper part of the trend line. This is the B wave closing point in my wave count. So close beyond that level and then to new highs. 133.5 is the latest peak, so a move beyond that level and a 5-wave structure, and we are very much on the certain side that the bullish move has continued and there's going to be a larger upwards move in this pair. Okay, that's all for today's episode. Visit the show notes at ForexDayBreak.com/33, and remember that this podcast is recorded also as video and it is available from the members area at ForexDayBreak.com. Another great feature you find there is my Elliott Wave Ninja trading system, and both of these are included on the monthly subscription, which is only $10. I have a 14-day free trial for you, so take this no-risk opportunity and go to ForexDayBreak.com to sign up. Thanks for listening to my show. Now go make some profits, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thanks for your interest in Forex Daybreak Daily Podcast. If you like this show, we hope you'll visit our website, www.ForexDayBreak.com, and tell your friends about us. Be sure to check the show notes on our website for this episode. Join us next time for another episode of Forex Daybreak.